Hello, everybody. Scinesk111 here, and welcome back to more Civilization VII as Tecumseh. I am getting an academy down in Missouri and a wonder in Cahokia, but while they are in progress, I feel like now would be a pretty good time to start talks with Khotan about incorporating it into my empire, since entertainment is about to be complete, and I get an additional settlement limit after this turn when it is. So I think now would be as good a time as any. I had to spend half of my current influence for that. Well, about half. There's 211 left, and it took 240 to start the whole thing.
The world's a stage.
So yeah, that's +1 settlement limit for us. Also for an organized military or any other civic we so choose. Almost. My town's gonna grow again. No, I am not going to ally myself with you, Ada. You're gonna have to find someone else for that, buddy. I can spend 520 gold to get a villa for 2 influence. It does kind of make up for the influence that I've lost per turn.
There is geometry in the humming of the street.
I gain 2 codices from completing the mastery for mathematics. I'm gonna do engineering mastery for 1 more codex. And that will hopefully be my scientific legacy path completed for the Antiquity Age. Assuming that I have enough slots to slot my codices in. I'm gonna do oratory for my social policy. Next. Open borders because of gold for me. I assume that the gold per turn is gonna be payment.
Snow, the light of Goryeo hovers. An icy temple bell resounds echoes of the old kingdom.
We got the Emil Bell built. Looks Asian, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that we built it. Emil. This is new. The bell simply will not ring. With each cast, it remains silent. The molten bronze seems to be calling for a human voice. Throw a sacrifice into the bronze, in case I want to build another wonder later on. Got me some more food for my empire. And I can do the Gate of All Nations or the Pyramids. They each will take 9 turns to complete. +1 golden production on minor and navigable river tiles in this settlement. And I can actually place it on this river tile, much to my surprise. I don't really think it'll get damaged from flooding, so that's good. Cahokia is still kind of suffering from a happiness deficiency, so I'm gonna go ahead and spend my diplomatic attribute point on +1 happiness per age on the palace and city halls. And I'll call it a turn. Antiquity age has progressed 75%. No, I'm not gonna ally myself with everyone. Not unless I was going for a militaristic legacy path. Age transition, units and independence. Some of my units will be gone once the age progresses. I think I have a crisis policy in place that has to do with walls. Do I? No. Zuho is -6 happiness in settlements without walls. I didn't slot it because it would cost my settlements much more happiness than otherwise if I didn't have walls in them. But best to prepare for the worst. Okay, Kansas, the other settlement that needs walls. Ooh. The gates of the city close with a dull thud as the last horses enter. Commoners believe that merchants and travelers dream of distant lands and gold. In reality, they dream of security. From beyond these walls, a new order of castle builders gains shape. So by building 5 walls, we unlocked the Norman civilization for the Exploration Age. I don't know how I did this, but I actually unlocked the Bulgarian civilization in my failed run as Tecumseh. I think it had something to do with altars, but I'm not too sure about that.
Perfection.
Also, something that bothers me is that in the Exploration Age, once you get to it, there is a lock icon that would go right here that if you click on it would show you what you need to do to unlock each of the civs in the next era, including building walls with the Normans, like I just now did, or you need to improve a certain resource a certain amount of times. Like if you improve 3 jade resources, then you would unlock the Qing civilization in the modern age. And if you improve 3 tea resources, then you would unlock the Meiji Japan civilization in the modern era also. There's still a ways to go before I fully know what goes on. But we did complete a milestone for the Pax Imperatoria legacy path. Militaristic legacy point for either the militaristic or expansionist attribute point.
An army is a miniature of the society which produces it.
Alright. I just need to build one more wonder so I can avoid choosing the possible cultural Dark Age, should I fail to reach any of its milestones. We've incorporated Khotan into our civilization. Alrighty. Surplus influence, yeah, I know. Not really that big on influence anymore, but I will get ancient walls in Khotan. So if another crisis policy slot emerges and I have to slot in Zuho, so be it. +6 science per turn for both leaders. More than enough influence for that. That sounds nice. I don't want to build over any of my pot cops right now. Outdoor events. The massive amphitheater is an open-air marvel, constructed in natural harmony with the very earth beneath it. Each new event, be it drama or sport, fills the seats quickly. Well, clearly the amphitheater was made for plays. That gets us another codex, and we have completed another milestone for the Great Library. Because I now have 6 codices displayed. I have 10... No, not 10. I have 11 total, 3 of which have yet to be displayed anywhere, so... It is of utmost importance that I get them a home for until the Antiquity Age ends. Anyways, broken borders. The Empire fractures as once loyal settlements seek their own path forward. Laws and customs, symbols and pageantry, they are no longer sufficient in holding society together. What was once a shared identity forks like a river, and its currents bear many beyond political borders. They pledge themselves to outside powers, seeking new threads of connection and aid in extracting themselves from their former state. So the crisis is intensifying now, so... this is definitely gonna hurt. But at least one crisis policy slot is unlocked. So I'm gonna do Zuho for -6 happiness in settlements without walls. Ambitious governors and provincial scorn is gonna give me -6 happiness in either cities or towns respectively no matter what, so no thanks to that. I do have another settlement limit, I see. It is tempting to go ahead and settle another city somewhere, but it's not going to start out with walls, which is concerning me a little. And there we go. I knew there was going to be another flood along the Morava River. Oh. The settlement of Misuria is so unhappy they're considering revolt. Station a commander here. Oh dear. I don't have enough gold to purchase any buildings with happiness. So I'll have to do what the game says and install an army commander there. But wonders of the ancient world, we got a milestone completed for that because...
Soldiers.
Oh, I didn't mean to right-click. What is wrong with me? Itchy trigger middle finger. I would give middle finger with my other hand for that, but... I don't have a webcam anyway, so doesn't really matter. See, something's damaged in Cahokia. Repair that. Okay, my army commander is here. I'll have him sleep until this crisis passes, one way or another. Oh, now the academy has to be repaired. What is happening? Oh my gosh. These are miserable times, dudes.
Ships.
Miserable. I can repair my academy using gold. Library's pillaged. I can't do anything about that right now. May want to move my army commander right here. I don't know if that's gonna prevent either of these two buildings in the districts from being pillaged. And yeah, the ancient walls are preventing my citizens' happiness from going down. Oh gosh. Angry Mob has destroyed the pot cop now. Oh, yikes, this is what I call not good. Definitely unfavorable.
After the assembly gathered, the elders gave their answer.
We got citizenship done, but what do I care right now? Give me some culture. I don't really care all that much about wonders right now. I have 2 of them, and that's enough to prevent me from having to choose... Well, I can't have to choose. It is my choice. But it will definitely cause me to avoid the choice of a cultural dark age, at least. Ah, boy. If all else fails, then I should go ahead and convert Kusa into a city. I don't have the gold to do it right now, but in a few turns I will.
Ships at a distance.
Okay, so the army commander is doing something to prevent these buildings from being pillaged. Which is nice, and all. There's also the library to repair. Doesn't cost as much gold as the academy, but it's still... It can still potentially be costly. Except the open borders like always. Military training's the only thing I can go for right now. And no allies, unfortunately. I have a feeling that this is gonna be upsetting to her. Me having refused her offers to ally with her so many times. Okay, so I got the library built back up, and that means I now have another scientific legacy point and the Great Library Golden Age potential. Our collection of codices is the envy of the world, a veritable garden of knowledge that will bear fruit for ages to come. The mysteries of the universe are innumerable, but we should regard our own work with pride. That's 10 codices displayed, and we can visit the Legacy Path screen to see more Legacy Paths I can follow at any time, or I can forge my own path. The military and economic legacy paths do sound tempting. I have accumulated enough points to avoid the cultural Dark Age choice. And it looks like I'm going to be heading into the next age with one more codex than I did in my failed run, which is a treat. Paradigm shift. As settlements drift farther and farther from the Empire's core, the capital falters and its banners lie limp. Once the city held a civilization together, now it sits as a vestige of broken bonds and archaic union. But smaller hubs find voices that grow ever louder, proclaiming their singularity amid new communities based not on tradition, but customs, beliefs, economy, and identity. What other crisis policies can I enact? Cahokia is brimming with discontent, despite being the capital. I get another crisis policy slot, and independent nobility. -10 happiness in your capital. If I were to choose that, then I'd better hope that I have enough happiness generating buildings in my capital to last until the end of the Antiquity Age. Alas, I do not. I could reduce the blow a little bit and either do ambitious governors or provincial scorn. Almost by half. But that's in each city or town respectively. I'm faced with a difficult choice. I think my best case scenario would be to convert one of these towns into a city. Because, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do Provincial Scorn. -6 happiness in towns it is. Ooh, baby. It's gonna be a hell of a ride for sure.
After the assembly gathered, the elder, the truly brave.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? The settlement of Khotan is on the brink of revolt. 600 gold to convert to a city. I can buy a villa for it. Or villa, whatever it's called. For 520 gold. I can at least rest easy. I can at least rest easy knowing that I did what had to be done. Not really too happy about it, but to each his own. Can get some more iron for my empire. I know it's on the brink of revolt. Not much else I can do for it right now. Now it's Missouri that's on the brink of revolt. I just hope the Antiquity Age ends before they have the ability to revolt. These are really scary times, dudes. I don't really know what else I could do to increase the happiness for anything at this point. I don't really need another urban building right now. I could go ahead and get a burning arrow down here for some additional firepower if either Missoria or Khotan... Wait, what did that say? I clicked off of it. Oh. Missoria. I know that. I can make it into a trade outpost. Khotan. +2 happiness to each resource tile in the town and +5 trade route range. Resource tiles are kaolin and cotton and silk, though it's not within range. Maybe because of the iron resource we picked up. It's an empire resource, but I can't slot it in any of my settlements. Da, 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 da. Research collaboration is a must. I doubt I'll be able to get to the future civic phase of the tech tree. But at least I can say I tried. I'm gonna do a research initiative in Cahokia for now. Why do you keep pillaging my library and my academy in Missouri? Oh my gosh. This is complete misery right here, people. So I guess that's the reason why my science was going down up to that point. My burning arrow unit is ready for action.
The truly brave never boast.
+1 happiness on happiness buildings, and it looks like Missouri is at net 0 happiness. Well, whatever works, works. Still pretty costly to keep repairing buildings after they've been pillaged by my own people. What? Oh, so Pachacudi has declared war on Ada Lovelace. The granary only costs 52 gold to repair, and I get an additional 121 per turn. A petition. The people of neighboring Ravenna are terribly unhappy. They have asked to join our civilization in their quest for a brighter future. Okay, so... where's Ravenna at? All the way up here. That is a bit beyond my reach, but Rome doesn't have any cities up here. So, provided that I have the settlement capacity to do so, I may want to consider settling up here sometime in the next age. Ben Franklin is a hater of my guts right now, given the skull. But yeah, we will go ahead and welcome the people of Ravenna. And unlock a civilization while we're at it. The river people are equally at home on horseback, if they can be said to be at home anywhere. Above all, they yearn for movement. This has suited Mississippian ports and markets well for now, but who knows what ambitions these wanderers may hold. So we unlocked Songhai by having 3 settlements with at least 3 navigable river tiles each. Well, good on me. Okay, who's Pachacuti at war with? I know he has declared war on Ada. Unfriendly with Benjamin Franklin, neutral with Ibn Battuta. With all the gold payment Ada Lovelace has given me in return for me opening the borders to her, it wouldn't really be a very suitable thing for me to do. It would probably be the pettiest thing in the world right now. So, I swayed Ravenna's loyalty over to me, and oh, Ben Franklin. I had plans of settling up here, you know. Missouria's no longer Missouriable. Get it? Because miserable. So all in all, it should be my gold income minus 52 for covering the cost of repairing the granary in Khotan every single time. Unless I were to move my army commander over into the city center. Ooh, no. 1 turn. Do I have enough gold to... No, I do not have enough gold to hire an army commander. Dang, I might actually be losing Khotan pretty soon. And in return for getting Ravenna, I guess, we get a revolt. The citizens of Khotan are extremely unhappy. They have risen in revolt against us. Well, not really in the mood for a war, so be it, I guess. Who are they aligning with is my next question.
God with such.
I am going to be mildly upset if it aligns itself with Rome, given that Ben Franklin is kind of wishes for me to go screw myself, but it doesn't appear to have revolted yet. In fact, It actually has net zero happiness right now. What? As I place an altar right here. Oh, so that's what I did to unlock Bulgaria. Have 3 altars. Religion has always been a personal matter for the Mississippian people, but around city altars, crowds gather to share stories of past saints. And these shared stories form a new network of the faithful that seek to bring their vision to the halls of power. So I built 3 altars to unlock Bulgaria. Thank you for jogging my memory, Civ 7. I appreciate it. Your memory jogging is very much appreciated. Well, I guess the army commander did so much more than save Khotan from rebelling. It also helped me... It also helped the game jog my memory into what I did to unlock Bulgaria during my failed run. Which I will accept. Don't get me wrong. Lots of towns and cities to grow. So little time. We got ironworking researched. We have a narrative choice. The coming of dawn. The world has settled into a new order. In the wake of unrest, borders have been reforged and political bonds redefined. The old world's models of authority have broken beneath the weight of progress, and the very nature of empire transforms into a new age. The age of antiquity is ending. Who will carry our legacy? Anything extra I want to get, I better get it now. Espionage report, spy from Pachacuti, stealing technological advancement, 288 science for them. I see. I can do future tech, though it's a bit late for that in the age. It's not really like any of what I do now matters. But, yeah. That's that for the Antiquity Age. The age progress meter is completely filled. Yahoo! I'm getting so much science per turn, but despite that, future tech is not going to be completed. Everything the leaders do for me is still good, though. Even though it won't really matter all that much. The Antiquity Age comes to an end.
Some build monuments to their strength or to their prosperity. The Mississippians pledge their shrines to knowledge and its power to change the world.
So there we go. That was the Antiquity Age as Tecumseh of the Mississippians. I can't actually skip this cutscene for some reason. But look at what we gain from all of this. So many attribute points. As well as some options for going down the scientific path so much, including the Great Library Golden Age. Academies become Golden Age academies. They retain their base skills, adjacency bonuses, and effects in the next stage. We're close to leveling up our foundation again. And we gained a little bit more leader experience for Tecumseh. Still at level 2, but 50 leader experience to go. We didn't unlock any rewards because I've unlocked all there is to unlock for him back when I had my failed run. But we get all these civilizations to choose from, except for the ones that are locked. I'd have to do certain things to unlock all those down here. But we got Bulgaria, Hawaii, Inca, Norman, the Shawnee, and Songhai to choose from. I see we got Hawaii here, because Tecumseh was an indigenous person in the Americas, and Hawaii is part of the United States. Just FYI. And the Shawnee, because Tecumseh led the Shawnee. The Shawnee is a historic choice. And that's exactly what I'm going for my first run as him. Nep Ek Ifaki. Settlements built adjacent to navigable rivers gain 2 food on river terrain, but cities not built adjacent to a navigable river receive minus 10% food. Plus 30% production towards constructing Serpent Mound. So, the Serpent Mound was one of the wonders that I built as Benjamin Franklin. But, as the Shawnee, we get to build it faster. Let us see how Tecumseh will lead the Shawnee here.
Spring comes to the woodlands. The Shawnee will craft their legacy of unity and dominance.
We got all of this here to read, and it's a Shawnee unique improvement that we got now. We had the Mississippian unique improvement, and now we got a Shawnee unique improvement. Welcome to the Exploration Age, everyone. And let's see what we need to do for the Science Advisor now. Design prosperous urban centers. And the legacy path for that is Enlightenment. We've got to increase the number of specialists that can be placed in districts by researching education, then placing 4 specialists in districts outside of city centers. So we got the specialists part taken care of, it's just the education that needs to be done. But that is going to be for later in this game. Judging by how things have been going, I'd say that I'm doing marginally better in this run than in my failed run. And as a matter of fact, this is where the failed run ended. But I guess I also have the advantage of doing one more part than I did in the failed run. But enough of that. I've got bounds to explore, horizons to go forth, and all these land masses where the mountains are, the revealed mountains, I may want to consider settling there one day. And the independent powers of the Exploration Age are soon to be revealed to me, but only time will tell that. Until then, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!